Jared DeLong, and I'm a kindergarten teacher at Goochland Elementary School. Parents, I just want to let you know you're doing a great job with your kids.
We're sitting at Lowe's waiting to get a new lawnmower, and we are counting how many more people until Daddy comes out the door. How many people do you think till Daddy comes out?
Second.
Okay, you think Daddy's gonna be the second person. So we're watching the exit door to see if he could be the second person out the door. Okay, here comes someone. So this is number...
Second.
That's number...
Fourth.
Number 1, number 2, number 3 out. Oh, I think he's the fourth one. We got it. He was the fourth one out the door that time.
Hi everyone, I want to show you some quick games you can play with just a deck of cards. You can sort the cards. What card do you have, honey? Okay, so she has an ace, which starts with the letter A. So she's putting it on this piece of paper I made right underneath the letter A. And then she can grab her next card. It's a 4. She's putting it underneath the number 4. This is a great way where you can sort and you can put your cards in order. Another thing you can do if you have 2 people is you can take your card and you can cover up the number and have your son or daughter try to figure out how many dots there are on the card without seeing the number. Hope you have fun with all these different card games. It's cleaning day and I have a sweet helper helping me dust the furniture. One quick thing you can do as you're dusting furniture is you can have your children tell you what shape they're dusting.
It's a rectangle.
For a fun challenge, you can even challenge your children to go and dust all the rectangles of your house. As you can imagine, sometimes it's hard to get work done in a house full of fun. So sometimes even with your child's package, you might be struggling to fully complete it in time. So I want to show you a quick little strategy to get a little bit of work done in between your daily schedule. What we do at home a lot, we will set the oven timer for 5 minutes. And in that 5 minutes, we'll try to read, work on our letters, or whatever skill that we're trying to do in between our daily life. Hope this helps.
Hey Goochland families, my name is Shantae Jackson and I am a first grade teacher at Randolph Elementary School, and I'm here with a few other teachers to help you enhance the already amazing work you're doing at home with your kids. Next, we are going to talk about helping in the kitchen. Get your kids in the kitchen, helping you to follow recipes. That helps with sequence, helping measure things, and also helping to ration out the food to everybody. So let's say you make cookies. You might want to have them decide how you're going to share the cookies equally, or a piece of pie. How are you going to share the pie equally with your family? Or you might be making a sandwich and then talk about how you cut the sandwich in half. Are the halves equal? You might cut it into fourths and talk about if the fourths are equal. And so that math talk, that really helps with the skills that they've already learned in school, but connecting it to something that they would do at home naturally really helps them realize why what they're learning is important. For example, we've got some cookies on a plate. Now, disclaimer, I did not make these cookies. This is for the purposes of this video. So we've got some cookies on a plate, and so you can have your child decide how to ration out the cookies equally so that everybody gets a fair amount. So we would take one and put it over here. Then we take another one and put it over here. And show them that it's equal. So if you have 2 people, make it fair. And then that works. If you have any left over, then you get to eat them. Hi, you may also want to have your child write a recipe for their favorite food, whether that's a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, or it's pizza or tacos, if you're me. And so then they would write the recipe, and then you follow it to see if they've got the steps written correctly. And then really show them that, you know, the details in writing a recipe matters. So we've heard that we should find our sight words in text that we read, and we should also put up labels and vocabulary from things around our home, like doors and chairs and cabinets and things like that. So here I've kind of mixed them together, and I've also got a visual, so an alphabet line, because some kids are going to need that. And with alphabetical order, I would suggest that everyone does this. So the first thing you would do is tell your child that to put things in alphabetical order, we go from left to right, just like when we're reading. So we would start with the first letter. We don't have anything that starts with an A or a B, but we do have something that starts with a C, and then they would read that word. That word is come, so they would put that word up. Then you would keep going through the rest of your words. The next one is door, and then the next one would be L for look. And then when you get to something tricky like this, when you have two words that start with the same letter, tell your child to go to the next letter. So it would be table because it's T-A. And then the. Okay. Okay, so when you're talking about alphabetical order, you can do the same thing for numbers, numerical order. And it's always nice to have a visual. So just like with the ABC order, where we had the alphabet line, we can do the same thing with numbers just by drawing a picture, and your kids can even do that. And so then you would just order them. So start with the one that's less, and then you just move them up and around. They may not go as fast, but that's okay. You can talk to them about the pattern that they see. You can also do this one by one. So start at 0, go to 10. It's really just what your kid needs. So I just wanted to show you that you could also extend it to skip counting as well. If you prefer your child to grab some toys to represent these numbers, that's a-okay. You can even use food. That's a concrete way of showing the numbers, but I would also encourage you to draw the picture as well. When it comes to meals and snack time, you can have your child guess how much they have of something. So where if you're talking about snack, you can use goldfish or fruit or whatever it is that you want to use, pretzels, and have them guess how many they have before you count. Really helps with their estimation skills. And then they can count, either point to, push and move over, something where they can physically move it and count. And then they can also practice addition skills. So in the next clip, you will see my son counting some blueberries and strawberries. And if I would have used a smaller amount, he would have been able to add how many he had. And you will also see him comparing. So which one's more, which one's less. So those small things can help you boost your child's math skills at home in real life. Hey, Deshaun, can you count your blueberries as you put them up here?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
So how many blueberries?
11.
Okay. And can you count how many strawberries?
1,
Keep going.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
So how many strawberries?
8.
Which one looks like more?
These ones?
This one's more?
Yes.
Do you remember how many it was?
It was 12.
I think it was 11. It
11?
was 12 before you ate one.
Hi, my name is Rachel Wiggins, and I'm a kindergarten teacher at Bird Elementary. I just want to encourage you to keep trying your best because we're going to get through this together. Something that we all have around our house is laundry. So I suggest that you involve your child in helping you do the laundry. You could ask them how would they sort the different piles. They might come up with solutions like sorting by shirts, putting all the socks in one pile, putting all the pants in one pile, but ultimately you want to teach them that you would sort by putting all the whites in one pile, all your colors in another pile, and then of course your darks in a third pile. Once you have your different piles, you can ask your child which one has the most clothes, which one has the least. You can estimate how many items are in each pile. Ultimately, when they're maneuvering these piles, they're using gross motor skills, which is building strength. Once the laundry's finished, they can help fold with you and help put things away. And your student and your child, they're going to feel very proud that they were part of helping you to do laundry and learning. So that's it. Today I wanted to show you a little bit of how you can use text and guide your student through their reading. My very patient daughter is going to play the kindergarten student today. So today we're going to read Hey Diddle Diddle. So Alexis, I'm going to read a line and then I want you to echo read it, and don't forget to point to the words. Hey diddle diddle.
Hey diddle diddle.
Hey diddle diddle.
Hey diddle diddle.
The cat and the fiddle.
The cat and the fiddle.
Did you hear any words that rhymed? Moon rhymes with spoon, and they both end with O-O-N. Good job. All right, how about using this marker? Do you see any of your sight words that we've learned this year?
The and the jump.
Very good, you did a great job. So families, you can use any text. It can be a story, it can be a nursery rhyme. It's just kind of paying attention and focusing in on some of the skills we've worked on. Sometimes you can find learning in just the simple things, like doing a puzzle with your student. By maneuvering these little pieces, it's using fine motor skills. It's also showing how things connect together and come together to make a bigger project. Also, some things you can use are Legos or building blocks, and you could give your child a task, perhaps to make a drive-through restaurant, and tell them parameters, like it has to have 3 windows, at least 3 windows, and it has to be at least 4 Legos tall, and see what they come up with. It's using critical thinking skills, and it's giving them some ownership on how to solve the problem. Something you can do to make a print-rich environment in your home is to label different things in your house. Here we have a window, and label the television. Here we have our dog, and over here, things like a chair, and a door. And this way, your child's going to see it all the time, and that's going to be imprinting on their brain, and they'll know how to spell it and know what the word says. That's it.
Okay, Goochland fam, let's stop and take a deep breath. I'm a mom at home with a 4 and a 2-year-old, and sometimes you just have to take a break. You have to do that for yourself, for your kids. So if you need to, take that break. Do what you need to do to keep your family healthy, physically and mentally, and when you're ready, get back at it. We've never been through this before. We're all doing the best that we can do. So you're gonna have good days and you're gonna have bad days, and it's okay. You're doing an amazing job, and we just hope that these real-world experiences help you with learning at home moving forward.